Ndị Igbo ekelekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka ụbọchị nkịta mara na anyị na mma. Anyị sị ka nke onye chiri ya zelụ dịka o si dị. Ihe a bụkwa Eastern News 24 ka anyị si wee na-wetara onye bụ ozi uru nje gị n'ugbu a n'iru akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ebe ife na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya anụ mkpụrụ ọba na-azụ n'ala Igbo dịka anyị si na-agba mbọ na-ewetara onye bụ ozi ka gbakwarụ ka ị na-atụsị ya ka ọ na-erute ụmụnne anyị ndị n'ebe dị iche iche aka mana ka wee wee na-amara ife na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya. Alright, I agbapụ n'ọsọ wetara onye bụ this is according to the Biafran activist ozi o wetara n'iru akwụkwọ. Quote: Donald Trump declares USB, United States of Biafra, a sovereign nation. This is big. Alright, this is according to the Biafran activist. Yo abịa wetara ya bụ ife n'iru akwụkwọ. Dịka ihe ga ya bụ ife ị ga-esi drop right feature n'ụdị nke gị. Alright, over to you.
Coming out from the USB movement. Yes, just in case you don't know, the current president of the USA and the person of Donald Trump has officially recognized the USB as a nation and as a legal entity. Yes, this is a massive one, and in this video we shall be showcasing and also exposing every single thing that has happened or happened behind the scenes, so you can understand how Mr. Donald Trump got to realize the movement called USB, and he had to place his own official and presidential stamp, making it a nation, a widely recognized nation all over the world. Yes, this is going to be a very, very interesting video, and I will urge you to watch it up until the very, very end. So the question here is, how did this happen, and who brought the movement of the USB on the desk of Mr. Donald Trump? Well, let's start from the very first day. On the 16th of November 2024, Mr. Simon released a post on his Twitter page. Shown right now on your screen is this post. It states, "The giants of Washington, D.C. are all joining the government for a good history that is about to happen." And this was released last year. When this whole tweet came to the media space, many individuals did not understand what was playing and what was happening behind the scenes. Yes, this felt like a regular tweet coming from Mr. Simon, but we never knew that these guys were trying to lobby and also present the USB movement in front of the president of the USA. Yes, so Mr. Simon needed to present USB in front of the president of the USA, and he needed someone to do it for him. Yes, he needed someone who has a high profile in the international world, and that is where a man known as Elias Gerasulis came into play. Yes, showing right now on your screen is a brief description of this particular man known as Elias Gerasulis. This man happens to be a professional lobbyist, and he works for a company known as Moran Global Strategies, which happens to be a prominent lobbying firm that was founded by a former congressman in the person of Jim Moran. Yes, so Mr. Simon employed the services of this individual known as Elias Gerasulis so as to present the movement of the USB in front of the official president of the USA. Yes, so Mr. Simon did a lot of negotiating with this individual, and everything, the contracts, the negotiations, and the objectives were clear and stamped, and that is when every single thing came into play. A couple of days later, this man known as Elias Gerasulis met with Ngozi Oraboeze, who currently is the Deputy Prime Minister of the USB movement. Well, if you don't believe me, take a look at this publication showing right now on your screen, and this is coming from Mr. Simon, where it states, "The lobbyist Elias Gerasulis and Chief of Staff Dr. Ngozi Oraboeze at the headquarters of the lobbying firm in Washington, D.C., Moran Global Strategies." Yes, this is the very first day that Ngozi Oraboeze, together with this individual known as Elias, met in person so as to present a lot of documents, a lot of files, and series of portfolio in front of a sitting president in the USA. Interestingly, after this man met with Ngozi Oraboeze, he immediately met with a series of individuals domiciled in the USB movement. Well, I'll show you right now on your screen is a video captured on that particular day where we can find Mr. Elias having conversations and briefing individuals and leaders in the USB movement. Yes, in this particular meeting, Mr. Elias, together with every other individual seated there, came together, they brought their heads together to devise a means and to draw out a blueprint in gaining the attention of the president of the USA. Yes, this guy wanted to meet and have conversations with the president of America, and they had to do it strategically. Yes, and that is when they opted to go through an organization known as the USA Department of Justice. Yes, showing right now on your screen is a quick description of this particular establishment or government entity domiciled in the USA, which states the United States Department of Justice, also known as the Justice Department, is a federal executive department of the USA government that oversees the domestic enforcement of federal laws and every other matters within. Yes, so this man known as Mr. Elias decided to go through the USA Department of Justice as a means to meet with the president of the USA in the person of Donald Trump. Yes, the plan was very simple and well calculated. A couple of months later, Mr. Elias, together with Ngozi Orabueze, drafted a letter that was sent to the Department of Justice USA. Well, showing right now on your screen is an official document, an authentic document coming from that government body domiciled in America. As you can clearly see, it states registration statement pursuant in the Foreign Agent Registration Act of 1938 as amended. I want you to take a look at the name of the registrant. It states the USB government. This is actually a fantastic one. Well, that is not even all. Yes, that is not even all. On the 20th of February 2025, Ngozi Orabueze came out to expose one of the biggest news for that particular movement. Well, showing right now on your screen is her post or a tweet coming from her official handle. It states, and I quote, "Breaking, Department of Justice registers and recognizes the USB as a foreign nation with its cabinet members." Yes, we are no longer an agent organization. We are a nation with all the laws protecting a nation. And when you look down below, you will see that same document I just showed to you, together with the seal of the USA Department of Justice. This is a big one. So how did this even get to the table or to the desk of Mr. Trump? Well, let me show this to you. Showing right now on your screen is a publication coming from the BBC. It states, "Trump rewards personal lawyers with Justice Department post." Yes, so this is simple. Donald Trump rewarded some of his loyal lawyers in different positions domiciled in that said Justice Department of America. Well, showing right now on your screen is a picture of some of these lawyers. And when you take a look at the left hand side corner of your screen, we have a man known as Todd Blanche. Yes, this is the same individual who signed the document presented by Ngozi Orabueze. Yes, this man happens to be a very close friend and a supporter of Mr. Donald Trump, and it is very possible that he actually seek permission and seek full recognition from the president before that document was actually signed. So what does this actually mean for the USB movement? Yes, so it's one thing that the president of the USA have officially recognized the USB as a nation and as a sovereign state. The other thing is, what are the importance? Why is this even important to the layman on the street? Well, let me show you some of its importance and everything you need to know, because this is a big one. Well, so the very first achievement or the very big impact of this recognition is the fact that the USB movement is no longer a group or an organization. Yes, and the second importance is the fact that the USB can now operate freely within the coffers and in any space in America. Yes, this is massive. And the third importance is the fact that the USB is now a legal entity in the eyes of the US president and government. Yes, the USB now is a legal entity, is now a state recognized by America, and these guys are actually very free to hold meetings, to hold protests if that comes into play, to hold campaigns and every other thing within its capabilities. Yes, so the USB is now a legal entity in the eyes of the USA. And the fourth importance is the USB can now seek for financial aid. Yes, so just in case you don't know, this US Department of Justice usually grants aids and grants support to series of bodies and structures domiciled all across the world. Yes, in total, this US Department of Justice has granted a total of 3.2 billion plus loans and grants to states, local and tribal partners. Yes, so the USB movement can actually seek for funds and seek support and aid from the US Department of Justice because they have now been recognized and signed as a legal nation operating within the international space. Well, moving on swiftly, the fifth importance is the fact that the USB has its own laws. Yes, the USB can now create and formulate its own written laws. And the sixth importance is USB is now a nation. And this is one of the biggest achievements so far. So as you can see, things will only get interesting from this point moving forward because the movement has achieved a massive feat. And kudos to Donald Trump together with his loyal lawyers who signed that proposal into laws. Kudos to these individuals, and we can't wait to see how things unfold in the future. Well, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'll urge you to subscribe and turn on post notifications because we'll give you all of the latest breaking news and verified news coming out in Nigeria and from other parts of the world and also in the USB movement. So I'll urge you to subscribe and turn on post notifications as quickly as possible. Anyways, moving on swiftly. In our previous video, we exposed the fact that President Donald Trump recently sent series of messages to the Finnish authorities and to the Finnish government. Yes, Donald Trump has sent a letter stamped and sealed from his office instructing Finland to do just one thing. Anyways, if you want to see the content of that letter and every other thing within, if you want to see what the president of the USA is asking and commanding the government of Finland to do regarding the case of Mr. Simon, we have a video that will expose and showcase every single thing that you need to know and understand. And interestingly, that video is showing right now on your screen. So click on this video to watch and understand. Click on this video and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching.
ndị be anyị dịka unu nụrụ ife anyị wetara unu ụbọchị nketa ka efi were ike unu dị nke gị gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị anyị ji maka wee bịa na uhuruchi ụbọchị nketa na Easter News 24 deela ya kara na comment section ka mara ife iche n'ụdị nke gị ngwa ka emesịa na ụmụnne m